And this is what he sent me. I'm not sure, you guys. I didn't get to see his live stream, so I'll let him tell you. But this is what he sent me. He probably played it on the live stream, but in case he didn't, this is what he sent me.
Right here we are over by Andrea's aunt, and like I said, and this is just one block that I'm showing you guys of all the tents that are out here, with people living in their tents and living out in our outside. So this goes all the way further down that way as well, just to let you guys see what's going on out here with people, because until the inspectors look at the houses and look at the apartments, and until the insurance companies look at the houses, they aren't allowed to go back in. So even if you look through right here, you see more. Well, let me move my hand. You'll see more tents through that area as well. So going all the way down, and the police are out here also checking on people in regards to the tents. You see people just gathering their things, and we've been donating for the last couple of days to help people out here, because man, listen, take it from me, I know how it is to have, and I know what it's like to lose everything. So all around this area, all the way back, nothing but tents and people who are just living outside, whole neighborhoods, whole communities. So Andrea is going to check on her family, and then this is where people come if they want to donate the water, they want to donate food, they want to volunteer. This is where you would come out into these areas, because this is where individuals could really use the help. So they're getting food in order, they're getting clothes over there in order. I just wanted to walk you guys through. Let me zoom this out a little bit, walk you guys through so you can see actually what's going on. And these are the donation tents where people have been donating, where people can eat, donating drinks, food, all of this out here, just to make sure that individuals are able to get something to live off of while they're living outside. So across the street is a police station, so that's why the police are out here so easily, so readily. And once again, even further down, you see that individuals are once again living in the tents right here, because they aren't allowed to go into the buildings. And until they're allowed to go into the buildings, they are all outside with mattresses. And so we're going to be donating stuff, and this is just regular neighborhoods, regular communities. We've been donating to the black community that don't have anybody to be there for them. So all of this is taking place out here in other areas, just to let you guys see how much food is being donated to help people out in these areas. So definitely, guys, whatever support that you can give to help here, to help the black community, which we've been donating to in Choco and Buenaventura and all the other small towns. We've been donating out there. We love to be able to continue giving away donations as we are here helping individuals out in Cali. Like I said before, this is unprecedented. Nobody's ever seen this happen before. So all this right now is new to anybody. Nobody's experienced this. So this is where people get water and drinks while they're out here. And this is the crazy part. This is probably one of Cali's hottest summers. because it's going through, I believe, El Nino, so we're getting very little rain. And so, like I said, I'm about to head back over here, try to find your girl, Andrea. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information on what's going on out here with the tents. I think Andrea's back this way. Let me head back that way real quick. A lot of clothes have been donated. We donated a lot of clothes too. A lot of churches have been out here. A lot of people just giving away a lot of food. People stacking firewood just in case they need it for either cooking or if it gets cooler at night. Fortunately, it hasn't been getting cooler at night. But let me head over to where your girl Andre is. And I'm gonna let you guys go. Talk to you later. Once again, this is your boy Andre of Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. See you guys later.
What up, y'all? So Dre hit me up. He's having as you guys probably can imagine, he's having a few little internet difficulties, Wi-Fi difficulties. He's trying to reboot his computer. Okay, is he back? Is Coach back? So yeah, there he is. Okay, the coach is right on time. I sent the link for T-Mac also. T-Mac, you welcome to come up, but we're gonna talk to the coach first. We're gonna get it firsthand. Dre, when you ready, just throw up the thumbs up, man. When you ready, so I know you good to go. If you can hear me, can you hear me, Dre? Okay, cool. Okay. All right, you guys. I ain't gonna waste your time. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm gonna bring up Coach. Bass say salute to Rich in the chat, working on this side, and prayers and wishes to Dre and his wife. Beautiful Colombian country. Yeah, man. Me and Baz gonna get there, man. So just know. So y'all, let me. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Bring up the coach. Coach.
Shout out.
How you doing, brother?
Shout out. Man, we doing it one moment at a time, man. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're doing it one moment at a time, man. We're you're trying to get your emotions on track. You're trying to get your mind on track. You're trying to get your it's just so much that's been going on over the past couple of days. Fortunately, here in Cali, it didn't hit everywhere, but it hit enough areas to kind of like shut the city down. So we want a curfew at 10 o'clock. So person has to be in the house by 10 o'clock every day. And also individuals that are like you showed in the video. I just recorded that a few hours ago, that they're living in a tent. And so until the inspectors come and approve, the inspectors and the insurance companies come to approve the building, you can't go back in, because there have been people that have been lost their lives because the stairs have collapsed on them when they were running down another set of stairs. So it's been traumatic at best, man. It's been I wish I could make it a lot easier. Like you're starting to hear a little bit of music playing, but like the last 3 days, you don't hear any music. It's just tranquil, quiet. Even on the radio stations, when they do play music, it's really somber. It's gonna be all right type of music. Life will get better type of music that they play on the salsa stations. You go on the radio, every radio station is having prayer and Bible study, and it's just the whole country is coming together, especially here in Cali, to be there for one another. And remember, we were supposed to have the Afro-Colombian Festival starting today. Me and Andre were talking about that, how tonight would have been 10,000 people for a free concert. We would have been eating food. All those performers were coming down from Choco, coming from Buenaventura, the Black community. But they couldn't come down because of the earthquake. They got an 8.8 when we got a 7.4. They've had over 90, and I'll say this again, I thought it was only 40, but they've had over 90 tremors that have taken place after the initial earthquake. And then they had another one yesterday in the morning after the 90 tremors. They had another one that was 3.4. Andre and I were just going back to our apartment just to see what we could grab. We see everybody outside as if the earthquake just happened. Come to think of it, I mean, come to find out, another tremor happened in our neighborhood right before, like 5 minutes before we even pulled up. So everybody in the connected building on the other side, and we all live in the suburbs. The connected building on the other side, they were evacuating. So you're seeing all these moving trucks. You're seeing everybody stuffing as much as they can in their cars, and that was just because they just had a tremor right before we pulled up. All the cars were out there. You'd have thought that it was still the first day of what took place, man. So I'm gonna kind of like step back in regards to just listen to whatever questions that you have, and then I'll answer them from there, telling you what happened with us.
I'm just taking it in, bro.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Walk us through what you went through. You told me the story about how you were asleep, you were in bed, and
Yeah.
Alejandro's a sleeper, and how did that walk me through from the beginning when you went from 30 seconds before the earthquake? What happened? What was going on?
Uh, we were in bed, man. Just it's 7:30 in the morning. About to get up in a couple hours, go to gym, and our bed is solid. We have I've always knew to invest in a very solid bed. I've heard rich people say that the number one piece of furniture in your house should be your bed and your mattress. And so we have a very solid bed and mattress. So we got a California king. So a person could be jumping on the other side of the bed and you wouldn't even know it. That's how solid our bed is. And man, I felt that first slide of the bed, and I knew what it was immediately. I jumped up, I grabbed Andrea. She's still half asleep. I said, "Come on, let's go. We got to get up out of here." And when I was running up out of there, like we're on these 6th floor of 12 floor building. Some buildings are like 20 something floors, but ours is 12 floors. And so we're on the 6th floor, and so we're shooting down the stairs, and it's picking up pace. So all of a sudden, you're starting to notice debris and drywall and cement is starting to rain down on you. So you're trying to dodge that, and then by the time we hit the 4th floor, man, it was full scale earthquake. Andrea slipped and fell on some of the debris, busted her ankle up. So she's still walking around with black and blue leg. Um, and we she knew that I'm going to come back to that in a second, but she bust her head on the floor. So I'm trying to keep Andrea basically kind of conscious and aware and keep the adrenaline going before the pain kicks in. So she jumps up, I get her up, and I'm just telling her to run, 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 because you don't know that either the stairs underneath you are shaking to collapse, the stairs that you just passed are shaking to collapse. It was a woman who was on 2 floors, Richie. I think it was 2 or 3 floors, and she made it past the 1st floor from the coming down from the 2nd floor. She's looking at the ground. She's thinking she's home free.
Mm.
The stairs above her, that cement came down and smashed her, and she died. And she
Ooh,
died. So
ooh.
so and the other thing is that in some parts of Colombia it lasted 10 seconds. Other parts of Colombia it lasted up to 4 minutes. So Choco got the 4 minutes. Buenaventura, the black areas, got the 4 minutes. We got the 1 minute, 3 minute, 30 second,
Mm.
to where Medellin, Bogota probably got 10, 20 seconds, right? Medellin probably got like 20 seconds to a minute. Not saying that they didn't have any damage, but they didn't have the damage that Cali, the coffee region, was just demolished. The little small towns in the coffee region, churches that we have, cathedrals destroyed.
Saw that.
We're talking about 800-year-old buildings
Mm-hmm.
destroyed. Never, so you're sitting back. So we're running down the stairs, And now I'm running past old people. Now I'm like, I gotta help these people because old people are panicking. They're still asleep. Andrea's still asleep. Uh, and so I'm trying to help this one lady with a grandmother to make it down the stairs. You make it down the stairs, and now you got to worry about the debris that's falling off the front of the building. So it's not just about, okay, you made it down the stairs, you safe. You got to worry about all the debris that's coming down, that's raining down from the front part of the building, from the 12th floor, from the 7th floor, from the 4th floor. So now you got to dodge that to keep from getting your head split open from that. And so we made it outside, man, and it's still shaking. Earthquake don't care that you made it outside. It doesn't care that you live in a nice neighborhood. It doesn't
Right.
care that you're good or not. It doesn't care if you're young or old, healthy or not. And so you're watching older people trying to come down. You're trying to help other people make it out. One lady makes it out. She's got a baby in her hand. She's the nanny. She's shaking so bad, she's about to drop the baby. So she turns to Andre, who's already shaking, and she just hands the baby to Andre. Just, I can't hold the baby until because she's shaking so bad.
She couldn't hold her own baby.
She was the nanny.
Oh, the nanny. Got you. Got you.
She
Okay.
was the
Okay.
nanny, and so she was there because the parents were at work. And in our neighborhood, a lot of people can afford nannies because nannies and maids, dog walkers, because they're not expensive in Colombia. And so Andre's helping her with the baby. All you it's like worse than a movie. All you hearing is just women weep, like in the Bible, women weeping all over the place. Men are trying to catch our composure. Without we got to let the women be emotional because you can't be emotional. You know let it be. So you got to be strong for your woman. You got to be strong for your neighbors. We have neighbors that are from the States that are good friends of ours that even got married down here, and the husband was out of town. So we looking for the wife. She was upstairs trying to gather up the dogs. So all you dog owners, yeah, that's why we don't own any pets. So because a lot of people were taking so long because in the middle of the quake, and now mind you, it's still shaking. The ground is still rumbling. We're still trying to keep our composure. And by the time everybody made it down safely, thank goodness nobody got hurt, nobody got killed. But by the time it was over, you still feel it in your body. That's the one thing that I did notice. The first thing, once it was over, it wasn't like your intestines weren't still feeling that motion, that shake of the earthquake. And so it it took a couple hours, man, for you not to feel that tremor type of feeling on the inside. We didn't know that the centerpiece was the black community of Choco and Buenaventura. We didn't know that they had an 8.8 until we saw the videos of people houses just falling to the ground like paper mache. And then throughout Cali, houses and buildings and people just making it out. And the last thing that you see of their office is the stairs. Once the last person put their foot on the stairs, the whole building collapsed behind them. And so after that, we waited a few hours. The guys, we waited a few hours because there's always some after tremors, and there's always might be another earthquake right behind it, just like it did in Venezuela. And so we sat back and we waited a couple hours. And so we said, okay, it might be because you don't have your cell phone to call family. You don't have your I don't even think about no damn passport. You don't have no credit cards with you. You don't have nothing. Plus, our truck is still in the basement. So I had to decide, okay, do I go downstairs in the basement in this building that might just collapse in a few moments and grab the truck? So we waited and waited and waited and waited. And then when we saw a couple other people, it was all right. And so I shot down there real fast, grabbed the truck. And so you have all the cars from all the neighborhoods parked on the streets. So there's literally nowhere to drive. You're either going to be driving this way or that way. It's like everybody created their own one way type of thing. And so, people still panicking, still crying, no cell phones. So a few of us guys said, fuck it. We gonna go at least grab a cell phone and some credit cards to get the hell up out of there. Debris is still coming down. you're still panicking about these steps might just give way. This might be it. These steps, because you're looking at the steps crumble. The steps are just they just done. So you thinking to yourself like, damn, okay, next step, if something happens, I gotta be ready to jump, not just walk, not just run. I gotta be ready to jump. If these steps collapse, the last thing that is going to happen to me is that they jump. If something happens over my head, I got to be ready to leap out the way as in regards to that. So you're thinking about all that at the same time, and you're seeing all the destruction and pets, dogs just running everywhere because some of the owners just ran up out of there and didn't even think about their dogs. So you got dogs running everywhere, and the dogs don't. This is the funny part. Dogs don't know who to follow. They so scared that some dogs follow me, and then some dogs followed me, and then saw somebody else and started following them back upstairs. And so you're thinking to yourself like, okay, I ain't got no time for nobody's pets. And you know, when we finally made it back to our apartment yesterday, you had to go back in the morning before the adjusters came. Remember what I mentioned before in the tent I showed you. If we didn't go back before the adjusters came, you can't go in. So they've got to examine the structure of the building. The insurance company's got to come through. If you don't allow them to come through, you don't get a chance to go in. So we went back like the next day, which was yesterday, about 8 o'clock in the morning. Andrea sees the destruction in the apartment. She starts crying. We see our neighbor. He's a cool dude. His apartment is his man cave. He lives on the other side of the city with his wife, but she allowed him to have a man cave on this side of the city. So he listens to jazz, BB King. He's just a cool dude. His son went to college in the States, so him and they're from Bogota, but him and his families all speak English, very educated, very successful. His apartment, his man cave, destroyed. And so we're looking like, okay, we're just glad to be alive, but you know, Andrea feeling the pain all day, so she was crying all day yesterday. I'm trying to be stronger. Then I break down on the show on the live stream yesterday. I wasn't expecting that part at all. But we just want to say for all that want to support, man, continue to support us because there are things that we need to take care of around our home. But we're also realizing that there are a lot of homes out there that could use help as well. So any little bit that you could do. Shout out to my brother, who's that donated a few, Blade Runner, who donated, and appreciate you, brother. And shout out to all you guys that have been donating over the past couple of days because you know, it's just, you know, you just don't think
Hey Dre, can you do me a favor?
yeah.
When any people from my channel donate, can you please acknowledge that? I want to let them know that they're appreciated. I got the best group of people ever. So I wouldn't be surprised if my people come through. Shout out to T-Mac. I sent the link to T-Mac. I don't see him camming up. But he's welcome to come and talk as well. While Dre's looking at that, I'm gonna show you guys a little more of the devastation. Dre, I'm gonna let you take a look at that real quick. I'm gonna show them.
Yeah.
See, y'all, this isn't a movie set. Like this looked like a movie. Like Dre said, look at the church. This is not a movie. This really went down, and it's going down. And it's like you guys. I'm from California, so I know earthquakes all my life. I was there for the '72 earthquake. I was there for the 1994. I think the Northridge earthquake. I know what it's like, man. When you're in an earthquake situation, it's like a train is passing right by your bed or wherever you're at. But when you're on an epicenter, I mean,
Yeah.
That's the
We've
worst.
been to that church. That church right there, we had just went to 2 years ago, man, in a small town.
What town is
that
that in?
church is 800 years old.
Wow. What town is that?
That is in Pareda area.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
in the coffee region, in the center of Colombia. I know one of the brothers. I don't know if he's one of your followers, Walter Watts, and I
Yes,
know
that's
he's
one of
been,
my guys. Yeah.
yeah, Walt's been trying to send several times. He's been trying to send his donation in, and it hasn't gone through for him.
Mm.
So he can also uh, go to PayPal if he wants to, and that's A Spence 2011 at Gmail. So he can always go to. Let me put our. Give
I
me a
see T
second.
Mac in the back. What's up, T Mac? Let me and T Mac is he belongs to me and Dre. We
Good
both playing
evening.
T Mac. What's going on, brother?
Shout out to
Hey,
T
how's
Mac.
everybody?
What's
Good to
going
see
on?
y'all.
T Mac, where are you exactly right now?
Oh, Medellin.
Okay. Did
Me-
Medellin get any kind of hit? I didn't hear anything about Medellin.
Well, yeah. Oh, it was definitely a strong hit in Medellin. We got it lasted over a minute here because I remember it woke me up around 7:30, and I was, I'm from California too, and I lived in Japan, so I'm kind of, I'm used to all of the earthquakes and everything. But this was a different level. You had the very heavy magnitude on the earthquake, but it lasted, over a minute as far as I could,
Yeah.
estimate. So I just laid there and I was waiting for it to kind of like pass, but it never passed. And all of the evacuation alarms and all of the neighboring buildings were going off in the streets, and you hear people screaming. So it was pretty heavy here. The infrastructure in Medellin is one of probably the most developed in the country. So a lot of the buildings are newer. So I think we withstood a lot, but also we probably didn't get, hit nearly as hard. So I think it was a combination in other places of both, the age of the buildings, but of also the proximity to, the epicenter, which was in Choco.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so you guys felt it. It's my first time hearing about Medellin. I've heard everywhere. I've heard Dre said it went all the way down to Panama and
Yeah, it
Costa
was in
Rica.
Panama, Costa Rica, Ecuador. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. And what was it like for you, T Mac, in Medellin? How did you feel it, or was it just a light little something? What was
No,
it?
it was heavy. It was, remember, so I've been through all those earthquakes in California and LA and San Francisco, like Northwest Quake, and in the, was it 1987 or 88, we had like a huge quake then. And this was stronger than that, and it lasted a heck of a lot longer. And also,
It
I've been
was
through some of
stronger
the
than the
heavy
Northridge quake. It was stronger than the Northridge quake.
from where I felt it. Yes, it was strong and lasted a hell of a lot longer. The
Wow.
jolts in California were different. The soil is different, so you'll get a big, strong jolt, and it doesn't last that long. But here, it just went on and on and on and on. It was like, man, this sucker ain't gonna never stop. And I was like, there's not too many buildings that's gonna be able to withstand this for for this amount of time. And I'm an engineer too, so I was really worried about some of the places that weren't seismically designed for the seismic activity that we've been. But it's a combination of things. It's not just the seismic. That's a big part of it, the infrastructure, but it also has to
Um,
do with the proximity to the epicenter.
Mm.
you know what's going on, Rich?
Mm.
I've reached the maximum amount of. I didn't know that they had this. I've reached the maximum amount of that you can receive at this time on Cash App. I didn't
Mm.
even know they had that. So,
Mhm.
like I did a minute ago, I put the PayPal. You might want to put the PayPal up there for guys that do have PayPal. But
Where's your PayPal at?
let me drop it one more time.
Oh,
But
oh, oh, you put it in the chat.
yeah, I put it in the chat
Okay.
because that's what it was. So many people have been donating over the past couple of days
Hmm.
that I didn't even know that you could only get a certain amount of donations within a
Is it per
24-hour
day?
period.
Okay, within 24 hours. So Dre, let me just say this, man. This is a testament to human decency and human people. Like I always say, I got the best. Literally, I feel like that. I don't care if it's Kevin Samuels, lead attorney, you. I feel like I got the best group of guys, loving, supporting. We're like a family. And to hear you tell me that you got blessings that you can't even receive, that's
Yeah.
just, dude. That warms my heart, man. Because and even people like T-Mac, is always supporting us, always
So
always supporting everyone. What you gonna say?
so I just dropped the PayPal. You might want to tell guys to don't donate to the Cash App because the Cash App is not going through at all for anybody. It's at least 10 people that have donated to Cash App, but it's sending the money right back to them because I've reached the max. Like it says, payment was not for a lot of guys. It's saying payment failed. Payment was not sent. You have reached the maximum number you could receive at this time.
Mm. Does Andrea have her own? Is there
No, they don't have Cash App in Colombia.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
And
Let me see. Let me find Dre's. Let me see. Dre. Hating app? No, that's Antoine said that.
no, it wouldn't even. It took it off.
Took what off?
The PayPal, in the comments. Let me. Here's what I'll do. I'll give it to you in a private so you can put it in there.
Yeah, you need a
'Cause I
mod to
guess
be able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yoda's in the building. No. Theo's here, Coach.
Yeah, Theo, I see my man. Shout out to the Black Manager Conclave with Theo.
Mr. Spock's in the building. Yeah, he said the cash that's not available. That's another one of my solid guys, man. These dudes, man, I got some solid guys. Tim Howard said they have a max on Cash App. Interesting. Yeah, I never knew that either. Dre, you're broken Cash App, bro. Like, I mean, it might not be for the reason you might have wanted, but you broke. I've never heard you could break Cash App, man. So
I didn't know that either.
And that's a tribute to everybody else, Dre. And they trust you now. Earlier, who was it that asked, can you donate to the Red Cross? One of my guys asked that. I got to scroll back up and find it. Can you donate to the Red Cross?
Here in Colombia, not that I heard of. I mean, the Red Cross is global, but I haven't heard anything about the Red Cross being here in Colombia.
Okay. All right.
We do have some legitimate charities that vetted.
Yeah.
So I was out today working with one of the ones in Choco, and so I have I'm the chairperson of a registered actually foundation here in Colombia, but we didn't finish our we haven't completed all of our tax registrations. That's why we don't take any outside donations. But what we do is promote the other foundations who are legitimate, and we vetted some, and one was from Choco. And how do I know that he's legitimate? Not just because he was vouched for, but also my assistant, who's from Choco, actually knew him. They're both lawyers, they're both attorneys. So the veterans group that we have, we're actually going to send people to. We've helped send some people to Pereira. We've been sent some donation and supplies to Cali, and we're going to send some people to Choco and work through this other foundation that we know is legitimate and registered. Because as you know, there's a lot of people that take advantage. So you have to be, careful about, who you donate to. But I do know at least about one that's vetted for places like Choco.
That was my next question. Excuse me, Dre, for cutting you off. I'm about to drop your link. That was my next question. Now, one person I do trust that I know will take care of the money is T-Mac. T-Mac, do you have a Cash App or anything we send it to? Because I know you're going to be good doing it. So do you have one?
Well, what I do is all I have is my Instagram page, but I don't take donations directly. I have to be careful about that. The reason being, I do have a registered group foundation. So and until we get the Dion to finish their tax ID, so we're registered through the Chamber of Commerce. So we probably could, but due to the fact that I'm pretty sensitive about taking cash donations until everything is completely I's are dotted and T's are crossed. We'll only take physical donations of like supplies. But I do have I could send to your like your WhatsApp the a flyer for that organization that's legitimate for Choco. So I try to direct people towards the organizations that I know are legitimate and they have their registration fully completed.
Yeah, I've got one to send you as well for Choco that I've been donating to for the past few days. These brothers have been living here in Cali forever, uh, and they're always in Choco. Uh, they in other words, they ain't bougie like me. so so those brothers are always helping. They've been there helping to build houses. I'm gonna drop the link. They've been there helping to build homes and do all type of things at Choco. So I've always worked with them for the last few years, and what they do. And so this was going on with Choco, and I just dropped the link. And so though anybody that wants to send me donations for us through Venmo, I'm sorry, through Zelle, our email address aspence2011. You could send donations through Zelle as well, because I'm seeing so many guys trying to send payments, but it's not coming through Cash App. So you could just, if you guys could just bless us through Zelle, Spence 2011, and it'll go directly to us. And a part of the proceeds that helps out Andre and I, we're going to be sending it out to Buenaventura and to Choco. Here's what's going on with Choco, and even T-Mac can talk about this, and Buenaventura. I'll start with Buenaventura. Both of those are port cities off the coast of uh, uh, the Pacific Ocean. Buenaventura is a city. Choco is more like a state or municipality of states. I mean, of cities. Uh, it is one of the more
Sorry, Coach.
is one of the more poorest regions in Colombia. Their telecommunications, when it comes to cell phones, is not up to par because they're more like a towns and cities that are in the jungle. So telecommunications is hard for cell phones. Once again, we had went to that church a couple years ago. Their Wi-Fi system is not up to par. Same thing with Buenaventura. These are all black cities. The sad part is most of the items that come into port into Colombia comes through Buenaventura and Choco area. So billions of dollars of products come in through the black community, but the black community doesn't see any of that money as far as the government looking out for them. So it's hard to even fly into those areas to help them. Buenaventura, for some of the guys that have been there or traveled through Colombia in general, it's easy for a rock slide to take place. With this earthquake, the rock slide happened and blocked off the tunnels going to the black community. So
Damn.
nobody's been able to help them dig their families out. They're just getting the equipment over the last few hours to those tunnels to dig away the rock fall. Although, I mean, I'm talking about big boulders to dig those away to finally make it to Buenaventura to help those people dig their families out of the rubble. With Choco, they barely have any way of communicating to see what's going on. So now they're finally having people such as with the organizations that T-Mac work with and the guys that I work with, and even Andrea. We donated to Andrea's family. Yep, same group. To Andrea's family that is going there because they have family members there, so they are going there. And one of Andrea's best friends, he's in the medical field, and him and his mom and a bunch of other people who are in the medical field are going to be going to Choco and to the small surrounding towns of that area in supporting and making sure that they're all right medically. So they need water, they need clothing. We donated clothes today as well as finances. They need so much, man. It's tough for all of us, man. I kid you not. We all, and I think the number one thing that T-Mac said was this: the longevity of or the length of the earthquake. That's what kind of made the damage the way that it was. It wasn't just a quick trimmer that we normally get, and you kind of like, oh, did you, we get a quick trimmer, and then T-Mac will text me or I'll text him and say, hey, did you feel that in Medellin? Yeah, but it's like a couple of glasses that'll fell down in the liquor store, nothing major. So I've been here for about 5 of them, but this was like an earthquake, and Andrea's dad, he's 61. He said he's never seen this before. They say that this hasn't happened in over 100 years. They say that maybe back in the 90s it happened in the coffee region, but then T-Mac, you may want to even talk about this. The volcanoes that are scheduled to erupt now, they're already smoking, and so they're scheduled. The volcanoes are on an orange alert. Orange alert means that the volcano will actually erupt within few days to few weeks, but the smoke, like Pompeii, is already coming up in all these small towns in the coffee regions that surround the volcano. So this is something else that's taking place.
Right. Hey, what about medical supplies? Nate Travel says if they're low, he wants to donate. What are we doing with that?
Let me let T-Mac talk about that part as well.
T-Mac, you know about that? Can you answer that?
So what I did was that for the medical supplies, I actually have I know of a pharmacy in Choco. Of course, they're black owned. It's about 98% black there. But I just happen to know several people from Choco. So I've utilized their logistics network because it's still the airport's back open, and he already had a supply chain through his pharmacy. So what I asked him to do was to use his public health network and to make a list of items and to send us the invoice, and that I would request that the group members help pay the invoice. That way we can that'd be the fastest way to get it distributed, and we don't have to worry about trying to get it shipped from Medellin, because he actually orders from Medellin. And also the that flyer that you just sent up, they all basically it's a lot of people from Choco, they know each other. I should say Quibdó area. In fact, my assistant, Eddie, who's from Choco, while I was at this gentleman's house, his name escapes me right now, but we were actually dropping off supplies today. I sent you some photos, but we went shopping, and he actually knew my assistant, Eddie. And Eddie's going there tomorrow to make sure that all the donations that we're making are going to the right place. But we know that this gentleman who has this foundation is pretty solid.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't put it up there unless I was, had several people confirm. And actually, I met the gentleman in person today. So I would say, you can contact this gentleman right here. And they have trucks going tomorrow, and he can connect you to either people in Choco, the local pharmacies. If they have the supplies there, they can supply them. The problem with Choco, though, is that, as Dre mentioned, they're neglected, and even the pharmacies there are not well stocked. So we have to kind of help them out a lot. So me actually helping them to get orders, or actually not only helping the local pharmacy, but it's helping the people the fastest, instead of me having to gather a bunch of extra supplies here and ship them. We're doing that as well to try to try to hit it from different different vantage points.
Yeah, I see the trucks coming in, man. I see what you guys are doing. You're not just talking about it. You guys are doing it. You guys are in the stores doing your thing. But that's what we're supposed to do as human beings, man. I mean, this is the least we can do, man. And Dre, I'm gonna bring up something that you might not even remember. Well, you will remember it, but I don't forget nothing, man. I could take mental notes of everything. But a few years ago, Dre, you did a whole thing like raising money to I forgot who you were helping, but you remember that, Dre? What was that for?
Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia.
The Children's Cancer Foundation. I remember you damn near started crying because you asked for a certain amount. I think they maybe even doubled the amount of what it was. Do you remember that, Dre?
Yeah. Yep. I remember
that. And we right back where we are again, man. You can't ask for two of the best people in Colombia that aren't Colombians, T-Mac and Dre, They live Colombia. They are Colombia. They represent who we're supposed to be in Colombia. Dre was telling me, without being personal, he found out like who he was in his own neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like getting out and
yeah,
helping. You know what I mean? And T Mac is one of the most supportive people I know, you guys. So the way I am with my brand, I'm very protective of my brand because people trust me. And the people I trust, I want you guys to trust them like you trust me. T Mac ain't gonna try to rob you. He's financially okay. He don't need to steal the extra $100. He's gonna do exactly what he's supposed to do. Dre is out there now. Now, don't get me wrong. I watched Dre. That's another thing too, Dre. I was a little upset with you. You know, I'll tell you nothing I want to say to your face. Dre kind of like went back in. It looked like you went back in there, Dre. You was going upstairs, and it looked real crumbly up there, man. Was that your place when you sent that video? I was trying to find a video to put it up.
no,
When you were heading back towards your place, is that you? Was that you going
yeah,
back to your?
yeah,
You
yeah,
were going upstairs and shit. I'm like, what the
yeah,
fuck are you thinking, man?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, damn. Dre, I don't know if you want me to show that or not, but Dre's
You can show that one. You can show that one.
If I may add something real quick, the gentleman you see there, he's a content creator from Medellin Unfiltered. His name is Steve Hamilton, and he always jumps on these type of relief efforts. So instead of trying to have like so many people like in you from different areas for donations, I work together with Steve on a lot of these efforts. That's why you see him in this photo. So we actually went together and started buying supplies. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to.
No.
I need to know. You got a boots on the ground.
Before
I'm
you
going
go
to Choco tomorrow
One
too.
more thing, Dre. I was gonna say one more thing, real quick, Dre. Sorry to cut you off.
That's good.
That's Steve Hamilton right there. One thing, Dre. Ronin Travelers is another good guy, and he says he's doing a live stream. It would be great if you went on the stream with him, man. You know what I mean? I think he said he's doing it on Friday, which is tomorrow for us. What's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow for us. So, Ronan, if you're still out there, man, you should connect with Dre.
I'm sure we talk all the time. He just hit me up.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. So he's doing his live stream.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And so once again, the guys that have been trying to send money through Cash App, we've hit the maximum on the Cash App. I never knew that they had that. But if you guys want to Zelle or PayPal, it's the same thing. A Spence 2011 at Gmail. A Spence. You guys know how to spell my name. A and SPENCE. And that will be a blessing not only for us for what we're trying to do for our home as well, but also it's not just about us, but it really is about what T-Mac and I are talking about over and over again, the Black community, because CNN are interviewing people in Bogota and really nothing happened in Bogota. They are interviewing people that are in Cali, and thank you that Cali has been kind of like globally spoken about as the centerpiece. But those of us that live here, like T-Mac and all the other organizations, know Cali was not the centerpiece, even though it was horrific what happened to us, but it was Chocó and Buenaventura. That's why they had to cancel the Afro-Colombian Festival once again, because all the performers mainly come from those areas. The cooks for the festival, the fashion show for the festival, just about everything that has to do with the Petronio Alvarez. He was born and raised in Buenaventura, and the Afro-Colombian Festival came to Cali because all these Black people wanted to go to college. They wanted better businesses, better careers, better opportunities. So they were leaving Chocó, leaving Buenaventura over the last 40 years and coming to Cali. That's why we have the third largest Black population of individual Afro Latins in South America for one city. And so for all these people that are here that live here, as well as the people from the performances, it's just, they're just not getting enough news headlines. Nobody's talking about them enough. And so we as Black people, we're like, okay, and remember, I don't have Venmo, but I have Zelle, but Zell. But we wanted to talk about not just what went on with us, which was horrific. You know, we're living in Andrea's grandmother's house until everything is cleared over where we are. But as I showed you earlier, Richie, you got so many people that don't have somebody to turn to, and they're living in tents. And that's how it is in our neighborhood as well.
Well, Dre, that's what I was going to show right now. Somebody just asked, man, can I show Dre's video? Dre's boots on the ground, you guys. Check this out.
Right here we are over by Andrea's aunt. And like I said, and this is just one block that I'm showing you guys of all the tents that are out here with people living in their tents and living out in our outside. So this goes all the way further down that way as well, just to let you guys see what's going on out here with people, because until the inspectors looked at the houses and look at the apartments, and until the insurance companies look at the houses, they aren't allowed to go back in. So even if you look through right here, you see more. Well, let me move my hand. You'll see more tents through that area as well. So all the way going all the way down, and the police are out here also checking on people in regards to the tents. You see people just gathering their things, and we've been donating for the last couple of days to help people out here, because man, listen, take it from me, I know how it is to have, and I know what it's like to lose everything. So all around this area, all the way back, nothing but tents and people who are just living outside, whole neighborhoods, whole communities. So Andrea is going to check on her family, and then this is where people come if they want to donate the water, they want to donate food, they want to volunteer. This is where you would come out into these areas, because this is where individuals could really use the help. So they're getting food in order, they're getting clothes over there in order. I just want to walk you guys through. Let me zoom this out a little bit, walk you guys through so you can see actually what's going on. And these are the donation tents where people have been donating, where people can eat, you know, donating drinks, food, all of this out here, just to make sure that individuals are able to get something to live off of while they're living outside. So across the street is a police station, so that's why the police are out here so easily, so readily. And once again, even further down, you see that individuals are once again living in the tents right here, because they aren't allowed to go into the buildings. And until they're allowed to go into the buildings, they are all outside with mattresses. And so we're going to be donating stuff, and this is just regular neighborhoods, regular communities. We've been donating to the black community that don't have anybody to be there for them. So all of this is taking place out here in other areas, just to let you guys see how much food is being donated to help people out in these areas. So definitely, guys, whatever support that you can give to help here, to help the black community, which we've been donating to in Choco and Buenaventura and all the other small towns. We've been donating out there. We love to be able to continue giving away donations as we are here helping individuals out in Cali. Like I said before, this is unprecedented. Nobody's ever ever seen this happen before. So all this right now is new to anybody. Nobody's experienced this. So this is where people get water and drinks while they're out here. And this is the crazy part. This is probably one of Cali's hottest summers because it's going through, I believe, El Nino. So we're getting very little rain. And so, like I said, I'm about to head back over here, try to find your girl, Andrea. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of information on what's going on out here with the tents. I think Andrea's back this way. Let me head back that way.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys something. It's not normal. Maybe it's normal for Dre because he lives there. But just notice how everything is so chill. Where I'm from in the hood, man. Dre, can you speak for me in the hood? Like, let me see. What would it have been like during a catastrophe like this? Niggas would have been looting and running up in this
right.
shit.
They'd have been looting. They'd have been it'd probably been several fights over water and mattresses, you know, because that's one of the things that the Andrea's family is. We're going to be sending some family and friends are going to be doing when they go back to Buenaventura. They are going to buy supplies of mattresses for people that like I said, you can't go back in your building once the inspectors come. I mean, once the inspectors come and they haven't did the approval yet, you can't go back in. And sometimes it takes 3 to 5 days for the inspectors to come. So you might be sleeping in a tent on the ground or on a mattress by itself. You see older people, younger people, but everybody's coming together to work together. And I think that's the best thing that I've been seeing about Colombia in general. Everybody's been trying to help each other out, but you have guys like myself, T-Mac, and other brothers here that, like I said, they work with Cali. I mean, they work from Cali and go to Choco and Buenaventura all the time, and so they're always working there. And so to see organizations like what T-Mac is doing, and then organizations that are here in Cali, because they're so. I mean, it would be extremely selfish for me to just think about me and Andrea, knowing that 30% of Cali is probably has its lineage in Choco, in Buenaventura. You know, I could be in these sisters' faces and dancing with them and laughing and making friends with them, but then when the emergency comes, you know, I can't help them and help the organizations that are here. And so it's the same thing with T-Mac and the veterans. This is what we try to showcase when it comes to Black expats. We try to showcase and show just expats in general, not just Black expats and military expats, that we're not just going to these countries and just basically doing nothing to help. We gave hundreds of boxes of dry food away during the pandemic. Andre and I were giving away food. And so then with the Children's Cancer Foundation, so far, we've crossed the threshold of over $10,000 that we've given to them. I just gave another 200 a couple of days ago because a brother came down. He said, Dre, I heard about the foundation. He was a doctor. And so he said, here's $200. And I said, I'm about to send directly to the kids. And so you've got guys like T-Mac and them that do this year round. So for something like this to happen, it's by reflex for us to give and to donate and support. So when T-Mac says he has reputable guys there, believe me, guys, he definitely has reputable individuals there that if you and when you donate your proceeds, it'll go towards what we mean for it to go towards. And that is to help out not just these communities here, but also help out the Black communities in Choco and Buenaventura.
At the houses, they aren't allowed to go back in. So even if you look through right here, you see more, well, let me move my hand. You'll see more tents through that area as well. So going all the way down, and the police are out here also checking on people in regards to the tents. You see people just gathering their things. And we've been donating for the last couple of days to help people out here. Because, man, listen, take it from me. I know how it is to have, and I know what it's like to lose everything. So all around this area, all the way back, nothing but tents and people who are just living outside, whole neighborhoods, whole communities. So Andrea is going to check on her family. And then this is where people come if they want to donate the water, they want to donate food, they want to volunteer. This is where you would come out into these areas, because this is where individuals could really use the help. So they're getting food in order, they're getting clothes over there in order. I just wanted to walk you guys through. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Walk you guys through so you can see actually what's going on. And these are the donation tents where people have been donating, where people can eat, donating drinks, food, all of this out here, just to make sure that individuals are able to get something to live off of while they're living outside. So across the street is a police station. So that's why the police are out here so easily, so readily. And once again, even further down, you see that individuals are, once again, living in the tents right here, because they aren't allowed to go into the buildings. And until they're allowed to go into the buildings, they are all outside with mattresses. And so we're going to be donating stuff. And this is just regular neighborhoods, regular communities. We've been donating to the black community that don't have anybody to be there for them. So all of this is taking place out here in other areas, just to let you guys see how much food is being donated to help people out in these areas. So definitely, guys, whatever support that you can give to help here, to help the black community, which we've been donating to in Choco and Buenaventura and all the other small towns, we've been donating out there. We love to be able to continue giving away donations as we are here helping individuals out in Cali. Like I said before, this is unprecedented. Nobody's ever seen this happen before. So all this right now is new to anybody. Nobody's experienced this. So this is where people get water and drinks while they're out here. And this is the crazy part. This is probably one of Cali's hottest summers, because it's going through, I believe, El Nino, so we're getting very little rain. And so, like I said, I'm about to head back over here, try to find your girl Andrea. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of information on what's going on out here with the tents. I think Andrea's back this way. Let me head back that way real quick. A lot of clothes have been donated. We donated a lot of clothes too. A lot of churches have been out here. A lot of people just giving away a lot of food. People stacking firewood just in case they need it for either cooking or if it gets cooler at night. Fortunately, it hasn't been getting cooler at night. But let me head over to where your girl Andre is.
All right, guys. Um, you guys see it. There's Dre's information there. Dre, do you have what else you got to say, man? You got anything else? I know
Yeah,
you got stuff.
basically, we just want to say thank you to all that continue to uh before I go off into that, I want to let all the guys know who have been trying to send money through Cash App. Cash App's not working right now. It only allows you to send so much. So if you guys can donate by way of PayPal or just directly through Zelle, that helps. That goes a long way, not only for us but also those who we are looking to help uh, over the next few days, because it's going to take a while for Cali to get back on track. Another thing I want to share in regards to Colombia right now, I'll at least say Cali, because I know a lot of you guys had planned on coming down for the Petronio Alvarez Festival. You had your tickets. I've been reaching out to guys, telling them that it's canceled. So a lot of guys were able to cancel their flights and their Airbnb. Some flights are even letting guys get a refund of their money, which is not often. And so if you're coming to Cali this weekend, first of all, we got a curfew going on for the next few days. If you're coming to Cali and you're thinking that it's going to be party as usual and everybody's going to be on the boardwalk, some areas you're going to find some clubs open. Most areas you're not. And for the most part, if you think the club's going to be packed full of chicks, you're going to find a couple of pay for play up in the chicks, in the clubs. But ain't nobody in the mood for that. And I'm hearing a lot of dudes come, like one dude's that's down here, my man T, and he was telling me one of his partners reached out to him and said, "Where the hoes at?" Dude, we just had a earthquake, and you asking us where the hoes at? At least have some human decency. This is why people can't differentiate the true black men that travel in the passport pookies. They can't tell who's a passport bro and a passport pookie, because there are dudes like me, T-Mac, Richie, and other guys that travel around the world to do some great things. And some of you guys just make us look bad, man. So if you could do yourself a favor, like I always say, don't come to Cali, especially this week. Don't come to Cali. If I could leave with one last word, don't come to Cali. It's not that weekend, man. Everybody's still emotionally torn. People lost their mamas, their kids. One guy that's I believe in the Choco area. Either he was a mayor or one of the small provinces of small towns. He lost his 6-year-old son. This ain't that time. People ain't trying. You hear very little to no music in this city. That's like, for example, that's like hearing no music in New Orleans. Music and salsa in Cali is everything to us. So when you hear us not playing music, it's that serious. So if you think you're gonna come down here and party, what is wrong with you? This is not the time for that. Go to Cartagena. It didn't happen in Cartagena. Go to Barranquilla, Clint, Santa Marta. Go there. If you want to go to Medellin, most of Medellin is still good. Bogota, they just got a few tremors, but nothing too much. Go to Bogota. But if you think because you got money and you were prepared to come for the Petronio Alvarez Festival and there was going to be 600,000 people here, well, it's canceled. Tonight would have been the first night of 10 to 20,000 people. And so you can't come to Cali. We're on a curfew. We even got limitations on the days that we can drive now. So we can't drive at all tomorrow or Saturday. So usually just one day a week, but now it's 2 days a week in Cali. We can't drive our vehicles because you've got all type of military coming down here. You got all type of, the ambulances are always flying throughout the city to get bodies that they've discovered. The president's wife has decided that she would work with funeral homes and morgues for the burial or the cremation of the president's wife. Say, hey, we'll foot the bill for the funeral homes. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the morgues. Whatever the family's going through, they ain't got to worry about that part, the cremation part. They ain't got to worry about none of that when it comes to the burial of their loved ones. We'll take care of that. The president has been down here to Cali. The United States has donated $15 million. The national, like the international World Fund has donated almost $1 million so far to Colombia. But one thing, once again, T-Mac and I are adamant about, we know how Colombia works. A lot of that money is not going to get to the real areas that got hit, Buenaventura and Chocó. So we're going to continue to push the Black community and continue to support the Black community with as much as we can. Even Andrea has been praying, because, you know, all of Andrea's friends are Black. So all her friends got family members that have been impacted, or friends that have been impacted in that community. So guys, just keep us all in prayer. We hate that it's a somber episode, but we just want to say, lastly, on my end, before T-Mac speaks, all you guys that helped us shut down Cash App with all your donations, man, over the last couple of days, man, we want to say we appreciate you. All you guys that sent messages on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, reaching out to me and Andrea when the telecommunications was off here in Cali. So you couldn't call nobody, you couldn't text nobody until like 6 o'clock at night. All the utilities were off. So no gas, no water, no electricity in many parts of the city. So we had just got some candles. We were just about to light this first one. And we were just talking about the electricity. Not even 4 seconds later, after praying about it, the electricity came on. And then you had to wait for your telecommunications to come back on for the cell phone towers to start working again. So then we were able to reach out to everybody. But I just want to say, man, all of the well-wishers, all the guys that have been supportive, all you guys that have sent out so far to Zelle, because like I said, a lot of you guys weren't able to send the Cash App. I've seen so far through Cash App at least $1,000 that was not able to come to us through Cash App. So if you could go to PayPal, if you can go to Zelle, that would be appreciated, because that money will not only help us, but for the most part, like we keep saying, I'm going to keep on emphasizing this over the next few days, to help the Black community that doesn't get the help that it needs. They're not talking about it on the international news. They're not talking about in the Colombian news. They're just talking about Cali, 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 Cali. And that's cool. But like I said, me and T-Mac know better. And so we're trying to, since we know better, we're out here trying to help with other guys do better.
All right, man. All right, Coach. T-Mac, what you got? Wait a minute, I just ran. What you got, T-Mac?
Can you hear me?
Hey, T-Mac. Yeah, I can hear you. I gotta say something funny though. You know, I always laugh to keep from crying. T-Mac, I'll never follow behind Dre in one of his speeches. So good luck with you on that, man. But I'll let you do your thing, because I couldn't do it. So anyway, T-Mac, what you got to say?
Well, I just say, first of all, it's a little bit embarrassing to have a foundation that is registered, but we can't take donations. But, you know, we have to make sure that we're compliant and doing things right, because, you know, we don't want to destroy our reputation when we're just getting started. So that's why I'll make myself available. TLMac18 is my Instagram. If anybody needs to, reach me, and I can help direct them and point them towards, individuals or organizations that I'm familiar with, that I know that will put their donations to good use. So yes, I can't follow up Dre, and I won't, try to. But what I do and would encourage everyone to do is support Brother Dre. He's going through a lot more than I have to deal with. I don't, my apartment is intact. I didn't have to evacuate or do anything like that. So since I'm blessed in that aspect, I'm trying to help coordinate
efforts
with Cali. So I've sent some donations there, some donations to Pereira and to the Choco area, mainly Quito. and please don't forget about Buenaventura. And it's not really appropriate for me to give out the individual contact informations where some of these people can take donations because it's like their private cell phone numbers and things of that nature. That's why I was saying to contact me on IG, and then I can put you in contact with that person, so that way I can keep their privacy instead of putting it out in social media. But I like to thank everyone who's been there, and everyone who's part of the Veterans Global Children's Foundation, who's also we've been giving out of our own pockets because we're not taking external donations. So these veteran brothers have been together and just been through it from disaster to disaster, and also supporting orphanages, giving out of their basically what God has blessed them with. So we continue to to help, and we plan to do more for our adopted home of Colombia, because we're guests in this country and we didn't build any of this infrastructure and everything that's been there, but we like to be there for the future and there for the people of Colombia, as they need us, through these difficult times. So many people think about, they say things like, "Oh, Colombia's cooked," because they believe that Colombia can no longer do something for them. But I don't think in that aspect. It's like me and Andre, it's our home. And when you see that, people in your home are suffering, you want to be there for them, to be able to uplift them and to be able, to support them when they need it. And that's what we're doing.
That's right.
And I would say, feel free to reach out to me, and I help, direct you to point you towards the places that are in the most dire need. And those happen, unfortunately, to be the mainly black areas of Quibdó, which is the capital of the Chocó department, and Buenaventura, and also don't forget about Cali. Medellin and Bogota are doing fine. We didn't suffer. We had damage, but not nearly to the extent that those places have. And also don't forget about the coffee regions of Pereira.
Amen.
And if you want donations to go there, I can direct you to people who are actually there on site, who are dealing with some religious charities there in Pereira. And we have members of our veterans group who actually lives there, and he can actually, direct you. So unless it's like physical supplies, I can't receive anything else, but I'll do what I can, to support the other efforts.
Okay,
So I'd like to
cool.
thank you for bringing attention to this, Brother Richie.
Absolutely, man. That's what we do, man. We support each other. We love each other. We help each other, man. That's minimum for the type of people that I hang around, man. I call my people global citizens, man. This is around the globe. You know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunate that the black areas get affected the worst, but I'm not surprised that happens everywhere. And I always say this, man, and I mean it when I say it, man. I love everybody. You know what I mean? I try not to look at race, but I'm black first. So
Right.
that's the thing for me. I try anytime anybody bring race, I don't want to hear it. But when it comes down to facts and statistics and what's going on, when you look around the world and what's going on, it's like you can't ignore it. You know what I mean? So right now, Choco needs our help. Paeta, I don't know how to pronounce the places correctly. I know I make a fool of myself when I do that, but Dre and T Mac are the experts. These are guys you can trust. Now, Passport Blueprint, that's your guy, Dre?
Yep.
Okay, because I can't think of if I know him or not. But if I have his name on my platform that's to donate money, even though he says he's giving it to you, I just want to make sure somebody legit. You know what I mean? And Passport Blueprint, shout out to you. And I appreciate your help in the effort, Ronan, everybody. I just want to make sure, because boy, the first chance they get to be able to say we scamming, they're gonna do it. So I'll make sure I put everything above board. Everything's legit, and these people are people that I support and put my name behind. So yeah, man. So that's it, man. I think we had a good stream. Dre got his point across and then some. T Mac, thank you for showing up. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
Just want to say Thank you to the guys that have once again that have donated to
I
the.
can't hear Dre, so I didn't want to say anything and
Oh,
step on
oh,
on
sorry.
his audio.
I can
Can you
hear
hear
him.
me now? Okay. Just want to say once again, thank you to guys for your support and your prayers, man. It goes a long way, further than you guys actually realize. So just continue to support us, man. Like I said, you got our Zelle, you've got our PayPal. Hopefully, if you can donate tomorrow with Cash App, that'll work as well. Then right now, Cash App is saying that hey, you've reached your limit, and that's a good thing in regards to being able to help people out. And we'll be back on the show tomorrow night, and I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off, man. I just need some time mentally to just be with Andre, just mentally with some Dre time. So don't think that I've disappeared, but I'll be back on Monday, and we'll have a new topic. And hopefully, if everything goes good, we'll be back in our apartment. But right now, so many people are moving out of apartments because they're like, I'm moving into a house. So the rental prices and the purchase prices for houses in Cali are about to go through the roof because so many people are like, I am not staying in an apartment, and that includes us. So
so you're moving. You're not gonna do apartment living no more.
we done. We done, bro. We through with that.
Wow.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're not. I know it only happens every 100 years, but yeah, we're done. And it's been so many trimmers and after trimmers. Yeah, I'd rather be able to run down just one floor than four or five floors.
I got you.
You got like a Medellin. I know guys that ran down 24 floors. I know another guy ran down 27 floors. Or one guy that said, I just took a gamble and I hit the elevator before it really took. I'm like, ooh, doing an earthquake?
Hey, Pastor Blue said, you know me. That's right. That's right. That's right. Say that, man. Say that. My brain, man, charge it to my head, not my heart, man. I'm just old, man. I be forgetting. Dre, do you forget shit, man? I'm just being. This is on another. Are we getting old? Because I be forgetting shit. I literally do be forgetting shit.
Man, listen, getting old, getting there. How about that? We getting there. We're not there yet. We're just getting there. We're at that stage of getting there.
We on the horizon of that. Yeah, man. So it is. Tim Howard tells you, Dre, to take as much time as you need, and that's true, Dre. Like Dre literally. From what from because Dre always hit me on the WhatsApp like when he about to do something live. Dre, do you stream live 7 days a week?
No, just 5.
Feels like 7. Okay, 5 days a week. Okay, but still, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. So Dre being gone for 2 days is like an attorney for some of us, man. We be looking for them things, but like Tim said, man, shout out to Tim too. Coach Andre to take as much time as he needs, man. And whenever Dre, you ready, whatever you need to do, come back. T-Max, your thing's not working. I see that your audio thing's not on. I was trying to click it on for you from my side. It's not allowing me. But I don't know. Maybe he's frozen. I think he's frozen. But yeah. So that's it, man. So Dre, I just got my 3 things to say, man. Love each other, respect each other, and protect each other. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I say a prayer for the blessings, not the curse. Some win, some lose. I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mack show or go to church. Either way, it all works. Yeah. Groove with the funky bass line, snares in the clap, slap, clapping halftime dance. Sing along to the Richie Mack show. Say a prayer for the blessing, not the curse. Some win, some lose. I come up first. From Chicago to Inglewood, Hawthorne, Hollywood, skirt off to Thailand, Southeast Asia. Watch the Richie Mack show or go to church. Either way, it all works. It all works. It all. Some win, some T-Mac show or go to church, either way it all works. Like and subscribe, y'all. It all works.